You're not where you want to be because you don't have the right skill set or you don't have the right experience. You're not where you want to be because you're just not in alignment and in congruence with the actual person that you need to become. So let me explain why this idea of alignment and congruence, specifically when it comes to this online world and remote sales, is so important. If you don't actually understand how to get in alignment with that future version of yourself in the now, like we're talking in the present, then you're never going to become that person. You're never going to achieve those goals. You're never going to hit those 10, 15, 20K months or, have the freedom or flexibility and autonomy. None of that is actually going to happen until you make the decision now to be in alignment with that person. Right now, you might be thinking this is a little bit, esoteric or a little bit woo woo, but I'm going to go a little bit deeper in like what I mean by this. And the best way to explain this is when you're starting out in any new venture, right? Like let's imagine you're someone who's looking to get into the online sales world, like you're trying to land your first offer. What I've often found that the biggest issues that people face in this space is because they're just not willing to put some skin in the game to actually make it happen. I remember when I was back in college and I was thinking about doing drop shipping for the first time. And, I wanted to get into this online world. I saw people making internet money. But the truth was, I just wasn't willing to spend even like $1 for a course back then. I wasted hours on freaking YouTube University. Like literally, I remember it so clearly. I was like, before class, after class, and even sometimes during class, I'd watch all these YouTube videos on how to like do the drop shipping model and get like $1,000 per month off e-commerce online. And I wasted so much time thinking about wanting to become that person. But you guys want to know what the thing was that actually changed it for me? Was I actually got on a webinar. Shout out to Dan De Silva at the time, and he was asking for $1,000. And at the time, $1,000 as a college kid was like an insane amount of money, right? To me, that was so crazy. The idea of me spending like 80 to 90% of my savings to invest in a course was unheard of, at least in my small like world and mind. And I realized in the moment that I was sweating. I was like frustrated. I was scared. I was confused. I was excited. Like all these different emotions, these roller coasters as I was going through this webinar. And then I realized in that moment that if I was actually serious and committed to becoming that person that could make money online, I had to put some skin in the game. And you want to know what happened? I ended up spending that $1,000, right? Pretty much all the money I had at the time into that course. And in a span of 3 to 4 months, and mind you, it didn't happen instantly, but within about 3 weeks of investing $1,000, I heard my first cha-ching. And I look at my phone and I had just made, at the time, which seemed like unreal, was a $14 sale on Shopify. It was the first $14 I ever made online. And I took what was like a, year long of procrastination, trying to learn for free, trying to learn it on my own, trying to do this, and just thinking in La La Land, this procrastination world. I took a year of procrastination into 3 weeks of taking action and making a committed decision that I finally got my first result. And trust me, y'all, like $14 is nothing to rave about. Trust me, that's nothing. But it was the first real sign that I actually was onto something. It was the first real sign that this thing was real. It was the first real sign that I finally got aligned with becoming that person that was going to make a crap ton of money online. And what ended up happening was over the course of 3 to 4 months, I became this person who turned that $14 sale into, as a college kid, and this is not even that much compared to what some people are doing, but to me it was a lot, anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 months on Shopify during that summer in college. And I was like, this kid that was just like, dude, this internet money is real. And that was the first taste of what it means to be in alignment. The lesson that I wanted to share with you guys, and the reason why I'm even bringing this up, like it's late at night here in New York, but I was just inspired to share this. The reason it all came together was because I made a decision to become that person in the now. I made an energetic choice to actually thinking about becoming that person and just like embodying and being that person then and there. And keep in mind, it took time, right? Like in my head, my vision board, I was like, let me make a 6-figure business in college. And the truth is I never hit the 6-figure business in college. It actually happened years after. And there's still a lot of struggles and challenges and whatnot. But the truth was, every single goal that I've hit in my life has been because of one key decision to get in alignment to the next version of myself. And oftentimes that decision isn't free, y'all. When I see people online in Instagram, Twitter, or I even see people in my school group, they're like, hey man, like I want your help. And I'm more than happy to give them my free stuff and help point in the right direction. But when I actually find that there's alignment for one of my private coaching offers and I make an offer for that for a fraction of what everyone else is doing, they're like, I actually don't need your help. And it pains me, man, because it's like, do you not see that the reason why you're not at your goals is because you're not even willing to make a $100, $150, $200 small investment in something, right? And trust me, guys, I have coaching from 5 figures to 4 figures to 3 figures. And the truth is, it's not even about the money. What I'm really checking in those moments is, are you actually just trying to talk about it? Or are you trying to be about it? Are you in your mind, your thoughts, your energy, your actions, your spirit, your soul, your intellect, your physicality, are all those things in alignment about actually becoming that 6-figure earner or that future millionaire? Because I see so many people out there talk about how they're trying to be the next millionaire, but they're thinking and what their actions are a complete opposite. They're all in alignment with being that broke person still. They're in complete misalignment with being that future person that's making a multiple 6-figure income online, right? So I don't want this to feel like I'm just talking at you guys, because that's not the reason. Like really, I wanted to share this because I want to give the reality and a little bit of tough love of the one thing that you guys are truly missing. It's alignment, right? Without alignment, you're never going to be in a position where you will actually attract the right people, opportunities, circumstances. Without alignment, your energy will always be stuck in this stagnant, scarcity-minded place. Without alignment, y'all, you will never find the flow, the fulfillment, and the fun that is awaiting you on the other side of becoming that future person, right? I was talking to one of my friends. Is a good friend of mine. We were having dinner today, actually. Just came back. And what was crazy was, I'm not going to say his name because I'm going to keep him privately. But what he was saying was he had just ended, his relationship with his, significant other, his partner. And he said he finally had the energy to be himself again and hang out with his friends and go do the things that he wanted to do, right? And I'm sending love to him. I'm sending love to that other person as well. But here's the truth is that relationship was no longer in alignment with the person he wanted to be in life. And the moment that he actually transitioned and ended that, that's where the space and the energy for him to get back into what he actually wanted started to come in. Interesting how that works. It's kind of like the same thing that I see here in the remote online sales world, where there's people who are stuck in offers that are no longer serving them, that once in a past season did serve them, was actually in alignment, did actually hit all their values, was actually a great money-making opportunity, but in the process of growth over 3, 6, 12 plus months, guess what? You change. And that's okay. Your values change, your goals change. You might have even hit different milestones that you haven't in the past year. So my question to you is, that current vehicle that used to serve you, that current offer, that current business, the current sales team that used to serve you back in the old season, is it still serving you for the future person that you want to become? And if it's not, you got one of two choices. You can either figure out a way to make that current vehicle or offer serve the new version of yourself with some sort of internal promotion, or you have to find a new home. You have to find a new vehicle to drive, right? While that 2004 Honda Civic might be great to drive when you're in high school, when you're a big boy and you got a family and you got different goals and you're making some more money, you might want to upgrade to the Mercedes, the BMW, maybe even the Bentley or future Lambo. I don't know what your future car is, but the point here is the vehicle that you want and the vehicle that you're driving, right? The vehicle that's going to serve you over the long term, you're allowed for that to change. In fact, if you're someone right now who's been thinking about leaving their offer, or you're just sure about the current offer that you're on, or you want to find a better one, this might be the video to finally give you permission to be like, hey, this isn't serving me. I'm grateful and appreciative for the vehicle that it served me in the past. But in the future, I need something else. I'm not going to be able to hit my goals with the current vehicle I'm on. You know, I just took on a new one-on-one client, and we had an amazing conversation today. And, you know, he made the decision. I'll tell you guys, this is really awesome. Great self-awareness on my guy here. He made the decision that before we started our coaching, he was going to transition out of his current offer because he already knew it wasn't serving him. And then he said something so beautiful and profound today. He said, you know, Larry, I wanted to start our coaching together with a blank slate and free up my energy to start from fresh. I want to build on new energy, was pretty much what he was trying to get at. I was like, dude, that's so beautiful. Great self-awareness, smart guy. And for me, I was like, man, you know, I can relate to that so much because it's not about an offer or a business or a relationship taking up time. Time is not the real constraint. The real constraint that's getting in the way of you actually getting what you want, y'all, it's energy. What you're doing is an energy drainer and suck that it takes away all your vitality to actually build what you want to build and to go where you want to go. Because there are times I can work 50, 60 plus hour work weeks, right? When I used to run my agency, it was like 70, 80 plus hour work weeks. But I was energized because I was in alignment. Okay? I was in alignment. It was energy giving. And there have been times where I'll work a part-time job for 15, 20-hour work weeks, and I'm absolutely drained. And what is like a 20-hour work week feels like a 60-hour work week and not getting paid as much as that, right? So that's the truth, y'all, is I want to come from a place where it's like, it's not about the relationship. It's not about the vehicle. And it's not about the skill set that's taking up your time. It's how much energy is it giving you or is it draining you? And if something, a person, place, or thing is sucking you of energy, that means it's no longer in alignment and you need to get rid of it. If something is giving you of energy and it feels effortless and flow, then that is in alignment. You want to know what the beautiful thing is? Here's the most beautiful thing. When you make the hard but right decision to let go of things that no longer serve you and that are no longer aligned, guess what happens? You open the world and your energy and the universe to flow everything that is in alignment directly to you. And it's not a matter of time. It's actually almost instant. It's almost instant. Like literally this past week, I transitioned out of a current client, right? They served me in a past season, but they're no longer, you know, I love them, but they're no longer serving me in this next season. And that's okay. Want to know what happens? Within a week, 3 new potential clients inbound hit me up on the messages. 2 are a good fit. I enrolled 2 out of the 3. And I'm absolutely fired up to help these 2 people because I know they're in alignment with who I want to be, where I'm taking my business, and where I'm going through next. I'm going to bring them alongside with me. That's the best part, is when you're aligned, you attract other people who are also aligned with you, themselves, and this awesome synergy that happens. So this is my final question to you. What are you holding on to that is no longer serving you that you know you need to let go of? What are you holding on to that is no longer serving you that you need to let go of? The answer and the way to get to your goals is not by doing more. The answer is actually by letting go. Simplification, elimination, reduction. What is actually essential to help you get to your North Star? That's it. And with that being said, guys, I just wanted to share that. If you got anything from this, just please drop some comments below. I want to hear what you actually guys are getting from it, right? Please drop some feedback, like this. And if you're not following me already, please give me a follow because I'm going to give out more training and videos like this. So with that being said, Larry out. Sayonara from the Sales Sensei. Cheers.